Hi peeps, Josh here from Planti Peeps, and I am going to show you how to water your plants. I know that sounds beginner, elementary, but fun fact, a lot of people mess this part up. So let's jump into it. The first thing is our supplies. What do we need? Water, surprise. Next up, you need a watering can, a squeeze bottle, something to deliver the water to your plant. In this watering can, I have 1 liter of water, but I have also added my nutrients into the water already. In regards to what nutrients I'm using, foliage focus, no surprise. This is designed to provide all 12 minerals that your plant needs to thrive and give you the most lush foliage. In addition, I've also used Root Zone, which is here to strengthen and support your plant's root system, which in turn supports its foliage. Next up is your plant. I have a little Syngonium frosted heart here, and then I have a bucket here that I'm watering over. If you're at home, I recommend when you're beginning to get used to watering your plants to water over a sink, a bathtub, a shower, somewhere where there's drainage, where you can water freely and not worry about making a mess. You're gonna take your watering can, and guess what? You're gonna pour it right over the plant. And keep pouring until water starts coming out of the bottom. Once it starts coming out of the bottom, continue pouring for another 5 to 10 seconds to ensure your soil is fully saturated and hydrated. Now, the reason you want to do that for about 10 seconds is to ensure that your potting mix inside the pot is thoroughly hydrated. If you immediately stop when there's just that little trickle of water, you're gonna have a lot of dry mix because most of the times you let your plant fully dry out and your soil is actually hydrophobic, which means it repels water. It doesn't absorb water. So if you have a mix that's repelling water and it's pouring out the bottom, your plant may barely have any moisture to it and you're already done watering. Where if you keep pouring, you can see in this clear pot how much moisture is now in that pot and how the plant is thoroughly saturated, but it's not heavy. I recommend you let your plant drip dry in your sink, your bathtub, your shower, or in a lovely little drip tray for at least 15 to 30 minutes before you put it back in its pot. If I were to put my plant back in its pot right away, what would happen would be I would have a pool of water in the bottom of the pot. And a lot of pots may have a drainage hole in them, so you'd have to be conscious that if that drainage hole is not plugged, it could leak on your surface. But also if that is plugged or if there is no drainage hole, you'll get pooling of water in the bottom of your pot and your plant will actually start to root into all of that water to get to it. So you're gonna have roots growing out the bottom of your pot, or even worse, that soil is gonna pull that water up and your plant is gonna stay wet too long, which could cause your roots to rot. And there you have it. That's how you water a plant if you're new to indoor plant care. I hope you found these tips helpful.